In the early 30s AD, just a few short years after Jesus had died on the cross and was buried, and after his followers began preaching that he had resurrected, a man named Saul was making a journey from Jerusalem to Damascus, about the same distance as you or I in Dayton, Texas, making a trip to Austin. On the way there, he was almost to Damascus when he had an experience of a blinding light and a voice speaking to him, claiming to be the very Jesus who he was going to try and stop news of. This encounter with Jesus changed the entire trajectory of Paul's life, of Saul's life. He became a missionary for Jesus instead of a persecutor of the people following Jesus. He ended up writing 13 of the 27 New Testament books and accounting for more of the New Testament authorship than anyone except for Luke, who wrote the Gospel of Luke and the Acts of the Apostles. But it's important to remember that even then, Luke in Acts is writing over half of his book about the missionary journeys and the life of Paul. Paul's influence on Christianity is tremendous. His theological reflection, his missionary work, his formation of communities, the way that he brings doctrine, that is, beliefs about God and about Jesus Christ and about the things of God, alongside beliefs alongside behaviors, how we ought to live, what our ethics and morals ought to be as Christian people, what it means to walk as a disciple of Jesus. Paul is largely responsible for the way that we believe in and follow Jesus. There would be a Christianity without Paul, no doubt, because Paul was not the founder of Christianity, as some academics have speculated. Jesus was the person who began Christianity because Christianity is following Jesus himself. Now, that being said, Paul is still the biggest reason outside of Jesus in the New Testament and onward that Christianity was believed and practiced and followed as widely as it was. God used Paul to tremendous effect, and his writing and his life still influence us today. He's a person who is viewed with controversy. He is viewed with admiration, and no matter what, he's always interesting. So in these set of videos and Bible studies, I'd like for us to dive in and look at Paul. We'll look at the life of Paul. We'll look at his missionary journeys. We'll follow him through the book of Acts as a way to follow his life story, that is, at least his life as a missionary. There's information in the scriptures in the New Testament between the letters of Paul and the speeches of Paul in Acts that give us his background. And we'll look at his co-workers and some of his major streams of thought in the letters. In doing so, I hope that we'll not only learn more about our Bible and about the stories and the history that make up our New Testament, but we'll also encounter someone whose life was set on fire by an experience of the risen Lord Jesus Christ, and who, if we will follow his lead, his life can set ours on fire as well, to want to love and pursue and serve Jesus, just as he desired zealously to do so. These videos that I will bring about will be sort of the foundation. We'll accompany them with opportunities to chat online. You can do so in various chat places that we'll find. And we'll also have some live opportunities to interact about these. I'll do my best to keep them short and give us short bites so that they're easily digestible. And we'll just pursue this study in that way. I'm looking forward to digging more into the life and the ministry and the writing of Paul and how he can inform my understanding of Jesus and my following Jesus. And I hope you are too. I hope as many of you as possible will watch these videos, will interact with them, and will share conversation with me and with one another as we dive into the life of one of the most interesting and compelling figures in the New Testament and one of the most important people in spreading the message of Jesus. So welcome aboard. I look forward to making this journey with you. Thanks.